To the Tuesday, March 8th edition of Trivia Tuesday, Signals from Mars Trivia Tuesday. And we are here for another batch of trivia questions, folks. Let's see how things go this week. Things have been pretty down to the wire these last few weeks. If you're joining us during one of the replays, or if you're listening to the audio version, which I'm posting on Patreon, know that this trivia show takes place Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. in the UK, 11 p.m. in Europe, in Central European time zone, I should say. So the actual trivia questions start up at about 15 after the hour. And have a new assortment of questions here for you folks. Hope you guys do enjoy them with some of your typical classics that we've had time after time. So there you go. Should be interesting. Hopefully some people will be joining us soon. I see that we have one viewer. I'm expecting, as usual, the diehards to show up. But one never knows. So if these questions go unanswered today, then we will use them another time, which is what we've done in the past. But Metal Dan is here. He is the one. Had Metal Dan on this past Friday on the Signals from Mars live stream. It was a lot of fun to talk to Metal Dan about the Monsters of Rock cruise, and he messaged me afterwards. I'm sure the conversation could have gone on for several hours more. Unfortunately for me, it was, I'm usually good up until about 2 my time on a Friday night anyway, because I can usually sleep in on Saturdays unless I have an early basketball game. Then it's a big crap fest, and I can't stay around as long. But anyway, we have Jeremy Weltman joining us as well. And I should have said, the same for Metal Dan. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's. I think the kids wouldn't have any problems, but the old man who's recently turned 48 has more problems getting up and not being wiped out the rest of the day. But yeah, it is a popular sport in Spain, not as big as football / soccer is, but if you want to objectively look at it, it is definitely, the men's national team probably has won more from a national team level with basketball than they have with football. So they've won, outside of winning a gold medal at the Olympics, they've won, gold in European championships, won silver at the Olympics several times, won, I believe, gold in the World Championships as well. So it is popular. And also the culture's a lot better for the kids, although we butt plenty of heads this year with the coaches. But yeah, it's a fun sport. I spent 3 hours watching 2 kids practice today, so there you go. But have no issues with it. Actually, Trivia Tuesday, getting these questions ready and spending time with you guys now is like the first time I've sat in front of the computer all day. that's a good thing at times, and other times it's hair. It'll make me want to pull my hair out. But it is what it is. So the questions start up in roughly 10 minutes. Let's see if anyone else will join us. Let's see if Mr. Brad Dahl joins us, or if there's some sort of a surprise where maybe someone from Decibel Geek or someone from, one of the other listeners that checks in from time to time makes it. But let's see. Jeremy Weltman is saying, hey, Dan, I had a quick question. On the cruise, did the cost include food and drink or just board and music? Good question. Yeah, because I wonder, we talked about VIPs. I wonder if you could buy certain VIP privileges as well while you're on board, or if that's something that you all have to pay for ahead of time. So, yeah. Excellent question. Mr. Brad Dahl is saying that he is on his way home from the Poison Center, gonna miss Trivia Tuesday. Tell Jeremy, I know, lame. So for now, it looks like just 2 people, but hey, maybe someone else will join us. Okay, so Metal Dan is saying includes basic food, buffet, all you can eat pizza, Mexican food free, tea, and water. They had some additional money but needs reservation, or they have some additional, I guess it's paid and it needs reservation. Okay, makes sense. I've been on 2 cruises. My first honeymoon was on a cruise, and then how do I put this? Well, and then afterwards, my current wife, we went on a cruise. Actually, I proposed on a cruise that we did. We did a Mediterranean cruise. The other one was a Disney cruise in the Caribbean. It was okay, but this was the second one that I went on was Royal Caribbean, which is the same as what Dan did for Monsters of Rock cruise. And I mean, it's a completely different beast. The Disney cruise was their second year of operations. So I'm sure that it's changed over the years. 20 years later, it's probably different, but free soft serve ice cream too. Oh, wow. There you go. Pizza's good as well because, I mean, if you're having some frosty beverages, it's good for soaking up some of the alcohol. And Royal Caribbean isn't the best pizza. Yeah, I was trying to think if I know when I went on it, like you had to have dinner with the captain at least one night, and my wife and I almost always just did the buffet, and we did the captain's dinner, and then the night after doing that, we were like, okay, we're just gonna do the buffet, because outside of sitting at a table with a bunch of strangers and having people not talk to you, you're trying to make small talk, and their responses are even smaller. It was like, okay, let's just do the laid back thing, and we would, just do whatever activity we wanted instead. But so Metal Dan is saying Royal Caribbean is not the best pizza. MSC Pizza has the best pizza so far. Italians run that, so that would make sense. So. And Dan is saying, what I said, do not do that. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, it just, I don't know. You're waiting around forever for food. It's just such a stuffy atmosphere, and the captain's gonna come by and greet you. Yeah, okay, that's fucking cool, but as long as he can steer us and not get us into any trouble, that's what I want from the captain. I'd prefer not to meet him and make sure that we make it there and back without any issues. So, so Jeremy is asking, is that one of my newish maiden shirts? Yes. Yeah, it's kind of chilly. It was cold today, so that's why I'm wearing something over. But yeah, this is a Marvel Iron Maiden crossover. So that's Eddie, Wolverine. So when the weather gets warmer, it'll you guys will be able to see me sport more of these. I've been wearing them under the fleece, but it's chilly out, snowed up in the mountains, so it's like a freezer effect here, and the floor gets really cold, gets really humid because under all these houses there's like streams underground streams. So yeah, I wanted a different color. It was gray. I wanted the Trooper in black, but I got it in white. But yeah, so Dan is saying, unless you get a table with people you know. Yeah, for us, the 2 times that I've done it on the 2 separate cruises, never people you know. And it's just this uncomfortable thing. And, I remember me and my wife saying, we don't care that the food is fancy. I'm here to chill out. I'm here to relax. So, plus the other thing is that my wife, who isn't someone who's used to wearing heels, almost went overboard while she was fumbling and stumbling with heels to the captain's dinner there. So, humorous story, but at the time, she was all freaked out. So, all right. So Jeremy's saying that he has the Final Frontier shirt in white. Yeah, it's cool to have, different options. As much as I love the all black, believe me, in the middle of the summer, I got a lot of sleeveless shirts last year, sleeveless metal shirts. And like I got 2 Iron Maiden. I'm trying to think what else. One is like a replica of an old Power Slave shirt that my brother gave me as a kid. And then I got an updated one by a company called, what's the name of the company? Burned or Burnt Out or something to that extent. So it's like an updated modern take on on that same Power Slave graphic, where it's Eddie like with his hands crossed and electricity and stuff like that. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it. But yeah, so I mean, I like to stay cool with all of this stuff, Summer's hot enough, and I hate the heat. So there you go. About 2 minutes before we kick off the trivia questions. But yeah. Got a whole mix of questions here. Some easy ones, some harder ones. At the end of the day, I hope that what we do tonight is fun and that you guys enjoy the time. And the trivia is starting in a minute. So you will see the you will see that in a second, and I believe that's Mr. Hoker, if I'm not mistaken. It is. Mr. Hoker, it starts in a minute. I just wait a few minutes for people to log in, and then we'll do the trivia from then. Metal Dan is getting his questions together for 82. I'm going to make a post on that. UFO, Motorhead, Rush not making it so far. Wow, cool. I know what my number one is. My all-time favorite album came out that year. All right, so here we go, folks. The trivia questions are about to commence. And if this is your first time here, and damn it, it was going to be all Twisted Sister tonight. Well, that's maybe for another time. There have been plenty of Twisted Sister and Dee Snider questions in the past. But if you want to allow us to see who you are, Steve, go here and follow the instructions. It tells you where you need to go to grant permission so that we see your name. If not, we have to figure out if you're contestant 1,003,072 or contestant 5,798. So, and then from there, we will start everything off. All right. It's excellent to have Mr. Hoker here. Always fun to have another friendly face here to partake in these quiz shenanigans. And just so you know, the actual winner gets their option of a $5 discount from the merch store, free shipping, or they get to co-host an upcoming episode of the Signals from Mars live stream. And yeah, so you've got one of those options to go with right now. And we're going to start the game here. So let's get ready. Let me pull up my sound effects here, and we're good to go. So, all right. Question number 1. Howard Jones of Light the Torch used to sing for this band. Is it Hatebreed, Killswitch Engage, Poison, or Shadows Fall? Which of these bands did Howard Jones sing with? Yeah, on cue,
How's that for a starter?
There we go. Can't see the questions. Anyone else having that issue with the questions not displaying? Remember last time, Jeremy, actually this happened twice to you. You had to exit and come back in. So if you want to try that, go ahead and do so, and I'll wait. Just let me know when you're back in again. And on that first question, one person answered Shadows Fall, and that was incorrectly. Is that Howard Jones with the big hair? Howard Jones, to my knowledge, is bald. So, no, it would not be. All right. So, Jeremy's back in. Let's see the scores here. So, Metal Dan minus 6,017, but perhaps Metal Dan could win with negative numbers. We've had that happen before. Not sure if Mr. Steve Hoker is still with us here, if he saw the questions or not, but let's keep going. All right, Scorpions are from what city in Germany? Is it Hamburg, Munich, Leipzig, or Berlin? Which of these cities is Scorpions from? You know, I need a Klaus Meine soundbite here. You know? California! Something like that, you know?
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
So, yeah, not who Metal Dan was thinking of. Okay. Let's reveal. So, one person answered Hanover. Hanover. It is correct. Jeremy, are you seeing the questions now? Let's see. Metal Dan once again. So Metal Dan is at negative 4,175. Not hearing anything from anyone else. I'm assuming that it is running okay. Just back in again. Think it's okay from now. Okay. Let's see. Next, I have produced albums by Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, and Halloween. Am I Roy Z, Martin Birch, Bob Ezrin, or Blues Saraceno? Gotta have Blues Saraceno in there whenever possible.
And the moral of this story is this is what not to do if your bird shits on you.
Now wait, Rob Halford as well, so I could actually do this.
Oh, yeah!
All right, waiting on the contestants. 3 different answers. One person answered Roy Z, which is correct. Martin Birch was answered by one person, Bob Ezrin by another. Howard Jones is actually the Howard Jones that I'm referring to is an African American gentleman from Connecticut. But yeah, Howard Jones and that Howard Jones is British, the one you're referring to. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know, me and my crappy singing, but that's what I remember, the Howard Jones song. Things can only get better. There you go. Anyway, yeah, things can only get better than my singing. All right, so Metal Dan with 12,387 points. Yes, the Josta friend that he always talks about. Correct. Contestant 3. All right, so is contestant 3 Jeremy or is it Steve? And who's contestant 4? So right now it's Metal Dan at 12,387. For this question, contestant 3 at negative 14,770 and contestant 4 with 17,353. So Metal Dan is in the lead with 8,212 points. All right. Question 4. The song Shy Boy was originally written and recorded by Ozzy Osbourne, Tallis, Mr. Big, or David Lee Roth. Which one of them had originally written and recorded? Said Ozzy.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Said DLR.
Boozy, boozy, bop.
Aha. So Steve is contestant 3. There are 2 Bruce Dickinsons. Yeah, the other one is a guitarist, I think. I forget for what band. Was that Gun or what band the other Bruce Dickinson was in? Not David Lee Roth. Mixing myself up here. All right. So Shy Boy, although written by Billy Sheehan, one person answered Mr. Big, one person answered Talus. One is correct, one is not. Okay, Blue Oyster Cult. There you go. Metal Dan answered Talus, and contestant 4 is Jeremy. So that is minus 12,236. Metal Dan with 14,262 points to Steve's minus 14,770 and Jeremy's minus 29,589. So Steve is saying that it wouldn't let him answer. Okay. If that happens again, let me know. I don't know if it ran out or if there's some delay and for whatever reason you weren't able to answer on time. But let's see what this next one here. Question 5. I'm a guitarist that played with Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave. Am I Tom Morello, Buckethead, Ozio, or Zakk Wylde? Which one of these has played with Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave?
You all right?
I've had that before. You have to press hard or again. Question 5 worked. Okay, so it looks like we're getting the bugs out here. Know how I know? How do you know, Metal Dan? I chatted with Bruce and got him mixed up with the other Bruce. Okay. Wow. I'm hoping that Bruce didn't get mad at you. Let's see. So all 3 people answered correctly. The correct answer is Tom Morello. Trying to throw some easy questions in there every week so that you guys can get some, easy points. It makes it interesting. So let's see. Mr. Hoker. Mr. Hoker came in 18,512 for that question. Metal Dan, 16,177. And Jeremy with 1,735. He got frustrated. Why? Because you brought up Iron Maiden and he got mad. I guess that's something that's happened to him frequently. I mean, the other Bruce is probably bigger. Right now, Metal Dan is in the lead. 30,439 points. Steve Hoker, 3,742 with Jeremy Weltman and his minus 27,854. All right, next question. Number 6. Mike Portnoy just attended a show by one of his former bands. Which one? Dream Theater, Avenged Sevenfold, Liquid Tension Experiment, or Transatlantic? Which of these bands did he recently attend a show from? There are pictures all over social media and all over Blabbermouth. This band also covered the band where I'm getting this sound sample from. Hey! That would be Queen. But let's see. All right, 2 people answered. The correct answer is Dream Theater. No shit. Okay, so it was Iron Maiden's Bruce. When you brought up Blue Oyster Cult, he got frustrated. Well, that's interesting. I've never met Bruce, but I mean, I think from seeing videos and stuff and hearing him talk, I think that he's not one to be very patient. Could be wrong. All right, so Steve Hoker answered correctly, 17,295 to Jeremy Weltman's 16,125. Total scores at the moment, Metal Dan in the lead with 30,439 to Steve Hoker's 21,037. And Jeremy Weltman's minus 11,729. Next question. What was Cozy Pal's last studio album with Rainbow? Was it Down to Earth, Difficult to Cure, Rainbow Rising, or Straight Between the Eyes? Which is the last Rainbow studio album that Cozy Pal actually played on?
Oh, somebody stuffing a duck?
Call me the Jeffersons because I'm moving on up. That's what Steve is saying. So let's see. 3 people answered. 2 people got it correct. 1 did not. 2 people said Down to Earth. 1 person said Rainbow Rising. So, Jeremy with 16,552 points on that question. Metal Dan 7,456. And Steve Hoker with minus 4,711. He spoke too soon, he says. Oh, wow. Jeremy's wife saw him on that tour. Awesome. So right now, Metal Dan is in first with 37,895 points to Steve Hoker's 16,326. And Jeremy Weltman's 4,823. Def Leppard's self-titled full-length, I can't spell, album was released in what year? Was it 2002, 2015, 1978, or 1980? Which year did Def Leppard release their self-titled full-length album?
Heavy metal, top of the class, stuff the media up your arse.
Yeah, and don't forget to get your cock out, Dan.
Hey?
Look, don't confuse him, Spider.
All right. Okay, so 2 people answered correctly with 2015. 1 person answered with 1978. In 1978, they released the Def Leppard EP. It's literally called the Def Leppard EP. I actually have it. In 2015, however, they released the full-length Def Leppard album. Jeremy Weltman with 10,771 points there. Metal Dan with 4,127. And Steve Hoker with minus 17,780 points. Currently, Metal Dan pulling away with 42,022 points. Jeremy Weltman with 15,594 points. And Steve Hoker in third with minus 1,454. Steve Hoker has just posted Rut-Row. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it's kind of humorous. Let me give you an Ace Frehley laugh there. Courtesy of the house. All right, question 9. Which of these was never the drummer of AC/DC? Is it Simon Wright, Phil Rudd, Chris Slade, or Simon Phillips, which was never the drummer of AC/DC?
When you have to shoot, shoot, don't talk.
Little Tuco there. Could also go with
One bastard goes in, another comes out. Out of here.
some more Tuco, sampled by Big Audio Dynamite, actually. Let's reveal the answer. All right, 2 people answered. 2 people got it correct with Simon Phillips. And let's see the points here. Jeremy Weltman edges out Steve Hoker, 14,793 points to Steve's 14,591 points. So 202 points of difference there. And that brings Metal Dan to 42,022. I'm thinking of the last question. So, because I know what it is. Trying to get my my sound bites together. But hey, Steve Hoker saying coming for you, Metal Dan. Question 10 has historically been difficult for Dan. So anything can happen. The lead is not safe. Dan is at 42,022. Jeremy's at 30,387. And Steve Hoker's at 13,137. This final question, I have a feeling, is going to come down to speed. Because, again, I think it's a fairly easy question. So, it is what? A fairly easy
question.
Okay. Are we ready? Question 10. What is the name of Motley Crue's 1994 self-titled album with John Corabi? Is it Raw Crew? Is it Planet Boom? Is it Saints of Los Angeles? Or is it Motley Crue? Which one of these is the game-winning answer? Let's see. Let's see what it all comes down to. I'm actually watching Pam and Tommy. But, yeah.
We'd just be flinging them out, and pretty soon it was like it took off like a weed.
All right. 3 people answered, which I expected. 3 people got it right, like I expected. But what are the points? There you go. Yep. Metal Dan is saying Krabs, as in John Corabi, has the interview with Roxy, as in Ryan Roxy. Dude's got the beard. Yep, got a huge beard. Metal Dan still has issues with Howard Jones. Howard Jones may become the new Blue Saraceno question. Or maybe we'll have Blue Saraceno and Howard Jones questions. But let's see. So let's see the final results here. With question number 10, it was actually Steve Hoker was quickest to the draw with 18,997 points. Metal Dan second with 16,318. And Jeremy Weltman with 13,636. Oh, shit. I didn't see the final total there. Yeah, Christ almighty. I believe Metal Dan still got the victory.
Victory!
Because he ended up getting 16,000 points with that, and nobody would have been able to reach him. But that goes to show the last question was an easy one that almost anyone could have answered and gotten points from it. So, yeah, we got to go back to the tape. I'll have to look at it after because I have to add it to everywhere. Patreon, audio version to Patreon, video version to YouTube, and to the MarsAttacksRadio.com. I want to thank everyone who's checking this out live or the replay. And, yeah, absolutely my pleasure, Dan. It is always fun to have you guys every Tuesday. And next week we'll be back for another mixed bag of questions. The week after that, the plan is actually to do, I guess it's the Tuesday after that we do the, so actually we've got 2 weeks of mixed bag questions. And then on the 29th, we will have questions related to 1982. That's the plan anyway. So, in any event, thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for listening and watching. And we will see you next time on Trivia Tuesday. This means that we will have Metal Dan back on Signals from Mars in the future. So, there you go. All right, guys. Take it easy. And thanks again for playing. See ya on Friday's Fireside pre-show and the Signals from Mars live stream. See ya.